Mighty Mujer is founded here in El Paso, Texas, and it is a sprint triathlon for women. It is solely for women to compete in this triathlon. The challenge that we are bringing to Mighty Mujer is that we have selected 5 cancer patients and survivors that will not only compete in this triathlon, but they are also overcoming their cancer and their symptoms and their treatments.
Go ahead and announce all of this. So what do you guys think of the flyer?
The flyer's
See,
great.
I love it. I love it.
We've seen lots of good momentum.
Yeah.
So I think we're down to like 4, 5 that we're gonna select. Chia Silver Lining was actually created based on my adventure or my misadventure with cancer. And so when I was diagnosed at 40, it was my very first mammogram, and I'm not really a candidate for cancer. And so when I got my diagnosis, needless to say, I was paralyzed and panicked, and it was just overwhelming. And as I went through the process, I really navigated the system. I navigated all my options because there's a lot of panic, I think, bottom line. So as I went through this and I learned and I dug and I searched, I decided I don't want anybody else to ever be alone and have that lonely feeling like I did, or have the panic or the lack of information that I felt. It was overwhelming. And so I made it my mission that when I survived, I was going to go out into this world and leave everything that I had just to be able to be with other survivors and people supporting me, and be able to give back the education that I learned in my process.
Well, so a lot of ladies, showed interest, and a lot of ladies wanted to join, and all of them had great stories, and I think we all do. Each story, is like a book, so it's unique and each chapter is different. But I think that the ones that were chosen had something that, was different. And they were not only wanting to just do a race, they wanted to do their own personal race for their lives, and in the race we have a lot of obstacles, and so in their personal lives they had a lot of things going on, and so that was really, catchy for us, in selecting them. That's
kind of how our event came to be with Mighty Mujeres, is that when I was in my treatment, I started to realize that exercise and wellness and nutrition became part of the journey of learning. And I found that in that paralyzed state, we could overcome a lot of our fear and a lot of our emotion if we could involve some of our exercise and nutrition.
I really like to focus as a coach on 3 main components. And the first one, and I think the most important one, is mental. Because if you feel strong up here, then I know that you can do anything that you set your mind to. So first of all is the mental and all the mental coaching that we will be, that I'll be doing with them. Second of all, of course, the physical, and we'll be training, and you'll feel, at the beginning, oh my God, 5 miles or 10 miles on the bike, that seems like a lot. But it's how you're going to surprise your body, because your body can really do anything. So that'll be the second component, training and, getting on the pool, on the bike, running, stretching, going beyond your comfort zone.
And so that's when I decided to make it a mission to start to teach others that just because we've been diagnosed with cancer doesn't mean that we need to shrivel up and die. It actually means that maybe, possibly, we can push even further to make ourselves better in more ways than we even knew possible. So my mission in this whole entire challenge is to prove to the world that we can overcome fear, and that we're going to do this together. We're going to pull through as a community, and we're going to show that despite the cancer in our lives, and whatever that cancer may be, that these 5 women that are cancer patients and survivors are going to succeed and show everybody that they can overcome, and the glimpse of hope that we can hopefully give to this whole entire community, and for the world to see the overcoming this power and the strength that we have.